Here is the handout for the section on social media. This was authored by Hyung and can be obtained online with the tiny URL that you see there, YC675ZTM, and it gives his quick summary of the ways to make best use of
social media.
So let's go on to social media. First of all, I want to show you this example of a post that was really successful. This I posted not on, can you scroll this down a little bit more? I posted this a couple years ago, and you can see it had 285 shares. And I forget, a bunch of likes and stuff. So it went viral, right? And that's that image that you have, right? Shows how powerful that image is. And so we're talking about earned media, right? What we're talking about our opposition, mainly what our opposition is going to do for a ballot measure is they're going to spend a lot of money blasting people with mailers, TV ads, and billboards, right? And we're not going to be able to afford, of course, we need to raise hopefully $7 million. We need to hire organizers, we need to do some mailings and all that kind of stuff, but there's no way we could match them dollar for dollar or whatever. We're going to be a grassroots campaign. So we're going to rely on earned media more than paid media, meaning that we're going to do things that naturally get attention, right? Like rapid response actions, direct actions, so on, where the media will cover us for free. We don't have to pay them to do it. We don't have to pay for expensive commercials, right? Because we become the news. And then also through social media, right? We saw that with the Bernie Sanders campaign, right? Even though they were outspent, because there were so many people that were excited by this, sharing things organically, their message spread. So that's one way that you can help us all out by doing this. And for all of this, including rapid response, timing is crucial, right? When you time things so that something's happening that everyone's paying attention to, and you get on that has the potential for that message to just go viral and be shared by friends of friends of friends of friends. So that message goes out to people you don't even know, right? And so I'm going to show you a few ways that you can help HCAO promote us, right, for free. Okay? So let's go to, first of all, can we see the other emails now? I'll show you I'm one of the people that has a view that Facebook, the HCAO Facebook page administrators can see, and you can see the details of how many people are liking our page, visiting our page, engaging with our page, etc. And we can see all kinds of very fine details about this to see what's happening. And basically, I'm an administrator of something like 7 different Facebook pages. And what I realized is that there's very little engagement on any of the Facebook pages I'm an administrator for. The other thing that you saw that had 285 shares, that was on my personal Facebook, which I have something like, 3,600 friends and almost 600 followers. So I have a potential reach of over 4,000 people. And the reason is that what Facebook does is, on the one hand, they want to catch things they make money by monetizing, right, people's interaction on social media. And so they want to go after anything that's interesting people, that's hot, that people are looking at, want to look at, etc., because they can make money from that, right? They can learn more about people through that and so on. So on the one hand, they're trying to do that. On the other hand, for groups like us, they have what's called pages. And what they're doing is they're trying to make money in another page. They're trying to make money through sponsored posts. So they tell groups like HCAO or businesses that if you want people to see what you're posting, give us some money. For $50, we'll promote it to, and they can be very targeted in the demographics of who they show it to, and that's an important tool in itself in a different kind of a way. But besides that, what they do is they really silence the page that you might have liked the Facebook page for HCAO, but you may never see it because they don't want you to see it, because they want us to pay money, so then they say they'll show it to you. However, if you organically go and interact with it, right, then people will see it, and then it becomes like the organic viral kind of thing, like on my personal thing, right, where Facebook will want to promote it because they know it actually engages people and they want to be involved in it. They want to promote it because that they promote themselves that way, right? More people are going to spend more time on Facebook if there's something that people really want to see and share and comment and so on. Okay?
What do you mean by organic? I'm sorry, I just wrote that from here.
Organic meaning naturally without paying for it, without it being a
what's wrong
sponsor.
with organic?
Oh, I'm going to show you. Yeah. And by the way, you all have on the schedule sheet, on the back of it is a short thing I wrote up about all of this, and I'm going to take you through that right now. So I just explained the top part about, a little bit, and if you click on that link, that will explain a little bit more in detail about how Facebook's algorithms work, and they've recently changed it all to make it even worse, by the way, because of the whole problem with fake news and everything. What they are saying is now they want to promote more of people's own posts rather than posts by media groups or pages. So now pages potentially could be seen even less, unless people really interact with it, or unless the pages pay for them. So to get around that, what you could do, number one, first step is go to, and if you have your smartphone right now, you can do this right now. Anyone who has a smartphone, please take it out. Quick thing, so you can even just do it on your data plan, and it shouldn't use too much data. But first thing is just search for Healthcare for All Oregon.
Then scroll down to the Facebook icon.
Yeah, all right, so as soon as you do that, go here where it says like and like the page. Right now we only have about 2,900 something likes. And you will not see anything from Facebook, from HCAO, unless you like our page. If you like our page, you will also be following our page. Okay? That's the first step. The second step is not only like our page, but go over here on the right side. You see where it's invite your friends? Click that button, and then you can look through your friends that live in Oregon. Look through, it will show you all your friends. Look at all your friends in Oregon and click to invite them to like the page. I did that one day a couple weeks ago. I've done that before, and it's been a while since I did that. I did that one day, and in that one day, we got something like 30-something new likes, which was more likes than we've had in one day in like a year or something like that. Okay? So again, if we do this all at the same time, like if you do this all right now, and from now until tomorrow, if you don't have your phone or whatever, then that snowballs, right? Again, then Facebook sees that, there's a lot of organic activity. People are interested in this. And we want to make money off something people are interested in. And so then they will change their algorithm for Healthcare for All Oregon and promote us more and make us more visible. So go through and actually, it doesn't have to just be Oregon friends. I mean, of course, we want as many Oregonians to see it as possible. But if you have other friends that would just be, supportive in other states because they think it's a good idea, and you think that they would like it, invite them as well. Because the more likes that we have, again, Facebook's going to think, well, we better change this algorithm because this is something that's popular and we want in on that action, right? So we're going to make that more visible. That's free media for us. We don't have to pay for it. Okay? All right? So you can do more of that later, but make sure that you send those invitations. All right? So make sure, first of all, that you've liked it, and then that you send those invitations. The second thing to do is then scroll down on our page, and you'll see the posts that are there. And there are many things you could do to change Facebook's algorithm to make us more visible. One is you could like individual posts, right? You could comment under individual posts. and you could share individual posts. All of that will change Facebook's algorithm so that our page doesn't get buried and unseen. It'll make it more visible and help it go viral. Yeah?
Can you like more than once?
Not the same post, but you could go through and just like every single one, right? And that will really help the page to become more visible. And just do that on a regular basis, okay? So there's liking, commenting, and then let me tell you a little bit about sharing. And we're in the process of, I have to reach out to the Sandy Krebs and tell her a little bit. Now you'll notice on a post like this, right, there's something that's been written, right? Whereas posts above that, see something that where nothing is written, right? Do you see that? How it's just a picture from the article and a link to the article, but there was nothing written there, right? What you want to do is well, first of all, we have to get Sandy and the other people that post to not post things that way, to always post with some short text at least, okay? Because what happens is the other thing that you can do to help promote Facebook is you could share those posts. Now, if you share a post that has nothing written, it's going to share without showing anything about HCAO. It's just going to share that link, maybe from the New York Times, whatever, and it's going to show just New York Times, right, or whatever the source was. But if you go to one of these posts where something was written, and I'll show you an example of that right now. So, actually, can you show that one? So this is an example. That's not a good post. And if you share something like that, people will not see. They'll just see the FAIR website. They won't. HCAO will not be involved in that at all.
Even though there's a heading on it that
Yeah,
says HCAO.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if we scroll down, okay, here's one. Now there's at least, you see how there's at least a little comment with the post? Now notice what happens when I share that, right? This is, by the way, Mike's account, but I'm going to share it on Mike's account. When I share this, and instead of do share post, do share, because here you can also write something, and I will write something short. And some possible things that you could write are few things I wrote in number 4 and number 5. Number 3 and number 4. So number 3 is hashtagging. Hashtagging is basically an aggregator. It comes from Twitter, but Facebook also uses it. And hashtagging is good because when you hashtag, it aggregates the post, so that means that it's a theme that everyone that uses that hashtag can discover the posts together. Right? And so it allows other people that don't even know you to discover your post. And you can also discover other people's posts that way. So by hashtagging, you do a pound symbol.
Okay, I've got a pound symbol. What do I do now?
Okay, pound symbol, and one hashtag to use is Medicare number 4 all. Medicare for all. Medicare was ahead, but after the Bernie Sanders campaign, who knows? Pound single pair. And so now, did you share that?
Yeah.
Okay, so now go to Mike's wall and we'll see what it looks like. And this is what your friends will see as well. So now you see how on Mike's wall, it shows Healthcare for All Oregon Facebook page. That means, all those people that never see our page realize, oh wow, there's a group here in Oregon working on this. I didn't know that, right? So, but if it was one of those posts that didn't have anything written and I shared it, nobody would see Healthcare for All Oregon there. They would just see the original source.
Would you mind doing that, John? Would you
Sure.
show us?
Yeah, Mike, you want to go back and try sharing one of the ones that didn't have any? Go back to the HCAO. Just hit HCAO there. So your friends could do the same thing, right? When they see your post, now they might hit that, click that, and get to the HCAO website. Now let's look at, try sharing one of those that doesn't have any text above it, and let's see what happens. What
Share
that
on the
looks
right
like.
side.
Well, you got to scroll up first.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, now share that
All right,
one.
so
please.
share that one, and let's see what that looks like.
Back here.
Yeah.
Share now, or either way, yeah, you could do it that way too.
Say something.
Nothing.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, try anything. You could write something, you could not write something, but then we'll see that HCAO disappears.
If you write on it.
Yeah, even if you write, so try writing
wrote
something.
Healthcare for All Oregon on the top of it.
Okay, so the other thing you could do is you could tag Healthcare for All Oregon. That's using the @ sign. So, so now, Mike, go ahead and do this. No, not yet. Use the @ sign and type Healthcare for All Oregon. And then you'll see it creates a link to our Facebook page.
At symbol.
Yeah, @ symbol. Yeah.
But we were going to demonstrate
Healthcare for All Oregon.
how this doesn't link to back to HCAO.
And then you could just
Okay, click that now.
Yeah, put it in there.
Yeah, okay. Now hit the share button on the bottom.
The app disappeared.
That's okay. That's a replacement.
Wait, we
link.
haven't posted it yet, so no, Mike, go down and post. And then we'll go to his wall and see what that looks like.
Tagging the post with Healthcare for All Oregon allows the banner to appear at the top of the post for all readers, and they can find out about our organization.
Okay? So this is why we need to post things in a particular way, and why sharing it, imagine if you share it, right, with HCAO, and it's a popular thing, like the thing that I shared, and that gets shared 285 times, that blasts us all over the place, right? That's free media. I mean, that would normally cost us lots of money to get that many eyeballs to notice that we exist in what we're doing, okay? So those are some really easy ways, and if you can think about doing this on a regular basis, in fact, if everyone does this on the same day, right, because the more it snowballs, it shows a lot of people are doing it, it shows a social trend, it changes their algorithm, and it starts to make us much more visible, and then we'll go from having 2,900 followers to maybe, 290,000 followers, right? Imagine if we could reach that many people easily, right? Then it would be much easier to get our message out. But I think it's still good, yeah. If you and keep it short.
Keep it consistent. Avoid confusion.
And by the way, if you want to learn a lot more about this, on number 5 here, I have some links for some trainings, in-depth trainings that are free webinars to learn much more about not only Facebook, but Twitter, Instagram, and so on, and which one works better for different purposes. This comes from Social Movement Technologies with Hannah Rohde, who I met at the Oakland Single Payer Conference, and who's worked with Mark Dudzik at Labor Campaign for Single Payer. And they are looking at things, it's very sophisticated, and it's really evidence-based on successful campaigns. And it's been very helpful. I highly recommend you check them out. Most of their webinars and trainings you have to pay for, and I think hopefully HCAO will have some money to invest in getting some of these trainings accessible to all of us. But there are others like these that are free, and then some really great author talks coming up that will be webinars for free. And even that's another thing. The last webinar I participated in, which was a free one, had over 800 people participating from all over the country, and people from very active campaigns, not only healthcare, but campaigns on gun violence, unions, all kinds of different immigrants, all kinds of different groups. And so just kind of learning from what other people are doing with their campaigns is also great as well. And the whole perspective of this is not, it doesn't put social media at the center. It looks at social media as being a tool for real on-the-ground organizing. And that's what it is. Any other questions about this?
I want to tell people what our Twitter account is. It's at HCA_Oregon. HCA_Oregon.
HCA?
Yeah, _Oregon.
And I believe you can find that easily just by going to, if you go to just our HCAO website, there's a button to get to both HCAO Facebook page and Twitter.
I don't think the Twitter is on there.
Oh, it's not? Okay, I thought it was.
Well,
It should be.
I'm looking. Wait a second.
Nobody's tweeted since December. Come on.
I've been tweeting.
It's not showing up.
Are we not? Maybe are you following?
Yep.
It's not on there. Something for me to do.